Hello, my name is Jacob Andrew Vella, and the tool I found was on the U.S. Department of Education's website. It's Chapter 5's Tools and Resources for Creating an Inclusive Environment for and Avoiding the Unnecessary Segregation of English Learners. Now, the tool I found was listed as tool number 1, Diversity Self-Assessment. It's for educators to be mindful of how they view diversity and how they can address it within the classroom. I went ahead and took the liberty to fill it out myself based on the education learning plan I submitted, and I can share some of my answers. So the first question is, what is my definition of diversity? And to me, when speaking about individuals, it's recognizing that everyone comes from a different background, whether it be a race, religion, ethnicity, family income level. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of various things that differ from person to person, family to family, and it's important to be mindful of that and respect it. So yeah, moving on. Do the children, number 2 is based off of the SIOP features lesson plan I submitted, so I'm just going off of that. And third question is asking, what do I understand of these various cultures? As for the Vietnamese culture, I'm quite familiar with it due to the fact I was raised in Little Saigon, a Vietnamese ethnic community. That is the largest Vietnamese ethnic community in the U.S. I myself am Mexican American, so that shows how I am versed differently besides the culture of my own. My best friend also happens to be white, so I'm used to being in a Caucasian household. I'm also familiar with Samoans, as I was friends with quite a few at my school. That being said, my school is quite diverse, but there's still other cultures I'm not familiar with, such as the Korean and Japanese, where the only introduction I've had to them was through media such as film and books and documentaries. So how can I work on building my understanding and approach education from a multicultural perspective? Well, as mentioned before, I was raised in an ethnic community, and there's various ethnic communities within California alone. That being said, I can visit them and immerse myself within the culture, hear the language around me, and follow it up with supplemental learning, research it, find some scholarly articles discussing the culture, watch documentaries, and really try and understand it from a personal level. Another thing I can do regarding for students is talk to the parents efficiently, communicate with them well, and understand what I can do to approach these students' needs when it comes to English learning. Another thing I can do is be mindful of the students, and if there's any students with disabilities such as an auditory or processing disorder, ensure I'm giving them the most attention that I can, such as placing them in the front row, providing guided notes with visual aids, and speaking clearly in an efficient and non-complex manner. And that being said, I found this tool to be quite useful for being mindful of all students, regardless of their English learners or not, while also engaging with English learners on a much needed basis to supplement their learning and ensure they receive the best kind of learning, connecting units to concepts, cultural items they understand and can relate to, thus making learning a more efficient process. Thank you.